Probably one of the most common things that every viewer right now is looking for is basically what we might call peace of mind, happiness, just enjoying life to go well. And yet we pursue so many different things. And why don't they work? Let me just give some examples. Some of you out there, you may know people that say, hey, if I only had enough money, all would be well. And yet many of us, including myself, know people that have lots of money and all isn't well. So that doesn't seem to be the solution. Money doesn't seem to solve it. You may say, maybe it's relationship. If I had the right relationship, I had the perfect lover, all would be well. And yet, in the United States and around the world, most relationships end. So that doesn't seem to be the solution. It can help. It's part of it, but it's not the final answer. Maybe if I get that degree, maybe if I get that final BA. No one in my family's ever had a BA before. No one's ever had in my family a master's before. Maybe if I'm a doctor, all will be well. And yet we all know, I worked with a man once, I didn't know him real well, but I worked with him. He was a doctor. He'd been doing really well financially, and he ended up hanging himself. So that doesn't seem to be the solution. Let's see, what else might it be? Maybe if I had fame, maybe if everyone looked up to me and everyone thought I was wonderful, I would be happy and all would be well. And that doesn't seem to be the answer. So, we keep looking. And we look a lot of different places, and many of you, including myself, may go through our lives trying different things, saying, does this work? Or does that work? And yet, as I often, kind of talk about throughout this show, I have found examples of people who have been happy that don't have one of the things I've mentioned. They actually have peace within themselves without any of these things. So, you kind of have to ask yourself, do the things that I'm pursuing right now, whether it's relationship, maybe it's money, maybe it's fame, maybe it's health, will these make me happy? And if the answer is in and of themselves, the answer is no, then you have to say, well, what then does work? And I think what works, at the bottom line is you have to say, I can be happy here now. Now that's a very difficult thing to do, but you don't need anything for that. If you can find peace and happiness in the here and now, no matter what's happening, you don't possess it, but you experience it, then what you'll find is no matter what's happening to you, if you don't have any of those things, there can be peace. There can be happiness. And I'll be talking more and more about that in episodes to come. I'm going to be doing a series on what really at the core makes people happy. But it's not the things that you often think it is. And again, the news and the media supports me on that. Tabloids are full of examples of very successful, very famous, very wealthy people that aren't happy. So if those things don't work, it's a lot about saying, well, that didn't work for them. Perhaps I'll pursue something else. And what this show is about being whole, so everything matters, and it's about looking within and saying, how can I proactively take care of myself, and whether everything externally seems to be going haywire, I can still be at peace and be happy right here, right now. So peace.